Hi guys, we're here this week for an episode of On Air with my beautiful guest, Emma Kotos. So if you guys have been living under a rock, Emma is a drop dead smoke show bombshell, and you're like even more gorgeous in person, which is so hard to
Look
believe.
who's talking.
I try my best. No, I'm kidding. But beyond obviously being drop dead gorgeous and having tons of followers, there is a whole backstory of you, your life, where you come from. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you, your upbringing, and all that stuff.
Oh my God, where do I start?
So you grew up in Seattle, correct?
I was born in Seattle.
Okay.
And my family moved to the East Coast, so I grew up in Connecticut most of my life.
Got it.
In a really small town with like 1,000 people.
Okay.
And I was homeschooled most of my life. So most of middle school, almost all of high school, I was homeschooled. And so I, that whole time, basically grew my obsession with, the entertainment industry and everything like that. So it was my dream. I was like, once I turn, old enough or am able to do it, I'm just going to move to California. And so I was 19, and me and my sister, we just packed up our cars with a few $1,000s, and we just drove 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we just drove 4 days. We were living in an Airbnb for the first month.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and we just trying to find little jobs here and there, and yeah.
So at that point, were you already starting to do the social media stuff?
Totally, yeah. So I started doing the social media literally in my bedroom during being homeschooled, just out of boredom. I know, and then I was just maybe I could do something with this. So,
yeah.
But not in Connecticut.
Yeah, that's exactly kind of my story.
Yeah,
so
where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
But the same thing. I was I started it there, and I'm I just want to get out of this small town.
Totally.
And I figured I could do something with it. So kind of like you, I just had some balls, and I was what's the worst thing that could happen?
East Coast girls.
So when you were homeschooled, was that was your family kind of just very religious? What was the reasoning for that?
So it was actually all me.
Okay.
I really had a hard time in school in general, just with people.
Got it.
I was actually bullied a lot in middle school for I don't even know why really. It was mostly by boys actually, and I couldn't deal with it. So I was like, Mom, Dad, can I please just try something different? And so at first I went to a private school, a Catholic private school, and my family's not religious at all. We're actually I was raised atheist. But we thought it's such a small school with 200 people, probably a better education, better setting to get to know people and stuff. Tried that, loved it, and then ended up going to public high school, which was just an absolute nightmare. Just a nightmare. Ended up doing a bunch of drugs and getting in so much trouble. So then I was I can't go to school anymore. And then I ended up dropping out, but my parents worked so much, so I was basically teaching myself.
Got it.
And spending so much time alone.
Aww.
And lots of time on the internet.
Got it. Oh
yeah.
my God, that's okay. That's awesome. So now this is kind of not in order of the questions, but these people that bullied you, do they try to reach out to you? And
oh my God, I don't know if any of them specifically. There's definitely people who thought I was nothing, who definitely are in the DMs.
They're probably I'm so proud of you. Let's get lunch soon. You're new phone.
Yeah, literally. I mean,
wow.
It's funny. It's so weird, seeing people that you knew in school and being in two totally different worlds now.
Isn't that so crazy?
It's so weird.
And you're thank God I left.
Yeah. Oh, I can't imagine, because not that it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But there's so many people who love to stay in their hometown and immediately just get a job, settle down, and stuff like
white
that.
picket fence.
Totally. And that's just some people's dreams, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I just knew it was not for me.
The world is just so much
it's so
bigger.
much bigger. There's so much I need to see and experience.
I love that. I'm the same exact way. So when you started the social media stuff, what was your first, did you have a defining viral video or something that you were oh my God, something that kind of catapulted you from doing good and then just being
I'm trying to think exactly. I did a shoot with Brendan Forbes, and
he's so good.
He's awesome.
I think I saw the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I love him, and I think those videos were the first ones I posted where I was like, oh my God, these are getting a lot of likes and stuff. I was like, what is going on? But that was when I still lived in Connecticut, and yeah, and he was in New York, and I just drove over there. That was like the craziest shoot ever, actually, because I lost my car and everything, and he had to help me find it. And
in New York?
Yeah, and it was my first time meeting him and everything.
No.
So it was weird, but we're good friends still to this day. It's so funny.
So I think I saw those photos because I was like, oh my God, who is this girl? And then the second thing I thought was, how she looks so young. You must get that. I mean, I get it young, a lot, but you look even younger because you have such like a little doll face.
I get that a lot.
And
definitely.
I was like, how old is this girl? Like, is she like legally like?
Oh yeah, some people like comment on my photos. They're like, "Are you allowed to be posting this?" I'm like,
yes.
I'm almost 25. Yeah.
So you have your sister. That's your only sibling, or do you have any other siblings?
So I have, my sister is my stepsister. So she, her dad is married to my mom, and then I have a brother, a full brother.
Okay.
They're both younger than me.
Got it.
They're my best friends in the entire world.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm super lucky. I know lots of people don't get along with their siblings.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I'm so lucky. They're literally my everything.
And they're probably so proud of you and supportive of
everything. Oh yeah,
totally. They see you're just killing it.
They can't believe it. I mean, I used to tell my brother that I would be living in his driveway one day, you know. Like, I was like, I bet you I'm not going to make it anywhere. I'm going to be living in your driveway. And now he's hitting me up today. He's like, Emma, I think I'm going to be living in your driveway.
Oh my God, I love that. And you're like seriously just not just getting started, but you have so much more to even
do. I mean, it feels like I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, definitely. It feels like everything up till now has just been like just a little tiny step, you know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so you initially moved to LA, and what part of LA did you move to at first?
So I was staying, actually, when I first moved here, I was staying in an Airbnb in Culver City.
Okay.
Which I did not enjoy at all. It was like a trying to figure it out kind of moment. But then our first apartment was right in Hollywood, on Hollywood and Highland. And I thought I was the shit. I was like, this is it. This is the place to be. Because I walk out my door and I see all these lights and everything. And I slowly realized it was not for me.
No.
Just, I mean, what a great experience though to like first move here and live somewhere like that. But
was it a big adjustment from your small town?
Yes, huge adjustment. But it was the right thing. Like coming from somewhere where you didn't really have like anybody or any like social connections with anyone, and to just kind of like completely start over somewhere else it was awesome though.
Yeah, it's like culture shock at first.
Yeah,
because you're like, oh my God, and everything here is so fast paced.
Yes.
And just things like, I remember one of the things that really surprised me when I first came here is there's just like day parties in the day. And I'm like, why? Like my girlfriends were like, let's go to this party. It's like this huge party in the hills. And I'm like, oh, when is it? They're like, it's like Tuesday in the middle of the day. I'm like, nobody works. And then I started realizing like, no, nobody has like 9 to 5s.
No, literally. That's one of the biggest changes for me was how people are out here. Yeah.
And do you find that you like that kind of vibe, or is it like a little bit, because everybody always gives LA a bad name in terms of like the people?
It's hard to say because I don't want to put all of them into one category, because I've met some really good people from LA and then some terrible people
like anywhere
from
else.
LA. Yeah, exactly. I think one thing I do appreciate about the East Coast is that people over there are so brutally honest.
Yeah.
And I love brutal honesty, where I feel like a lot of people over here, at least that I've met, have like kind of sugarcoat things a lot.
Yes.
But people here are so much friendlier. I'd say that though. It's true.
For
so
sure.
I love that.
Yeah. And I feel like here everyone's kind of just like creatively driven.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
Where I feel like at the East Coast is more like you're
kind of a weirdo if you're creatively driven over in the East Coast.
Or if you didn't graduate college, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, how do you have a job in banking?
Exactly.
You know? So when you moved here, were you going out a lot? Were you hitting up the clubs?
Oh my God. I've never been to a club in my life.
What?
Ever. I've been to no, I've never been to a club in my life. No, never.
Why?
I've just, it's never been my thing. Also, not that this keeps people from clubs, but 3 days after I moved to Hollywood, I met my boyfriend, who I'm in a relationship with right now.
Got it.
So I just was never interested. The minute I moved here, we were spending every single day together. And he doesn't go to clubs, so I feel like the only time I would have is if I went with him. But
definitely. It's like your whole lifestyle kind of just shifted once you get into a relationship.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so did you have an LA fantasy moment, like kind of like, oh my God, like this is like really happening? Maybe you saw a celebrity or you were shooting something that you only had dreamed of before this point of moving here?
I mean, honestly, my first year of living here in LA was hard. Like, as far as work and things like that, it was so difficult to actually find, like, because I wasn't doing OnlyFans either when I first moved here. So it was all like paid photo shoots and like trying to find
work like that.
Yeah. I didn't have management either. So it was all just me. And it was like, I thought I wasn't going to be able to stay in LA. I thought I was going to have to go back home.
Yeah.
So that was scary. And then my boyfriend actually is the one that talked me in to starting an OnlyFans. He was like, I don't want you to go back home. I don't care if you post your nudes. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I won't be hurt if you do that. So that's when I started it. And then that, honestly, it helped. It changed everything. It helped me stay here. It helped me move forward. I just recently shot for PlayBoy. I know you shot for PlayBoy too. And that was really fun. I love the PlayBoy team. They're so cool.
Too.
Yeah.
I love them too. Okay, so we both work with We Are Verified. And how did you originally get started working with them? How did you meet Jordan? Tell us about that.
Oh my God. So it's so funny. I actually told Jordan about this. But I don't know if you ever saw it, but there was like this YouTube MTV show with Tana Mojo.
How do you say it? I never know how to say it either.
I don't. Mojo. Is it Mojo? Okay.
Mojo?
Tana Mojo.
N in there somewhere?
Right? I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, he was managing her back then. And they had like this MTV show. And she was so mean to him on it. But I was watching it and I was just like, man, I wish I had a manager like that. Like, he's so nice to her and she's just being so mean to him. And so I was just like thinking about that. And then guess what? 2 days later, I go through my DMs and Jordan DM'd me and was like, are you looking for management? And I was like,
God,
that is so weird. I was literally 2 days ago like, I wish that was my manager. And then he just DM'd me and he was like, are you looking for management? And then, and then I was literally just like, yeah.
Oh my God. Isn't that so funny? The universe just moved things around. So they always make me ask this and I feel so bad.
What is it?
Do they really want me to ask this?
What is it?
Jordan's age. Does he just do? I feel
that's so funny. Okay, like what do I think his age is?
Yeah.
Well, I was in his office, and he was saying he wants to get on the something list before he's 35. So, is he 33?
I don't know. Isn't he 30? He's in his 30s. I always skip over this question because I'm like, do you guys put it in there as like a joke? For me,
I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Well, what's funny is that I read through his outline because David made it, and I didn't even catch
Oh, you didn't? I always just skip over it because it's in every interview, and I'm like, this is somebody just fucking with Jordan.
Oh my God, that's so funny. My guess is 33.
I think so. 32, 33-ish. Is he?
Oh my God.
He's ageless.
Ageless.
He's a vampire.
Yeah.
He's a vamp, and he acts like he's 18.
He does look like he has a baby face to me. Like, if he shaved his face, he would literally look like a baby.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let me see. Do you have any advice for girls who are just getting kind of started into modeling and also like interested in maybe OnlyFans? Like, what kind of path would you say? Like, start with this first, or like,
totally.
What do you think?
I've gotten asked that a lot. And I love like trying to help in any way I can with that. It's so hard because it's so different for everyone. I mean, some certain like a certain picture, a certain video will make you go viral. You know, it depends. But my advice always is consistency and patience. Like really being patient. I know that sometimes you start something and if it doesn't just blow up immediately, you might just give up on it. Yeah. You know, and that's how I felt about a lot of things that I try to do. But if you want something and you just keep working and keep putting in the effort, it'll happen no matter what. So definitely consistency, patience, trying to get like, and this one's a little bit superficial, but trying to get the best quality content you possibly can.
Yes.
Because it makes a huge difference.
For sure.
It really does. Like, especially with social media, I feel if you find somebody that can take some really good photos of you, it'll make the biggest difference.
1,000,000%. And also I think like something I always say is like, don't worry about whoever's like to the right of you or to the left of you. Focus on like your own kind of path, because so many times people just get into this like race, this imaginary
comparing
race,
themselves
and they're like,
to people.
this girl has more followers than me, she gets more of an engagement, but it's like you're gonna just like burn yourself out doing that, you know?
Definitely.
And also I think sometimes you have to like invest money into your career.
Oh yeah.
And people don't realize that like you need to kind of hire in the beginning, especially the best photographers, the best makeup people, maybe PR,
exactly,
like a team to kind of propel you to the next level.
It's not something that you can just sit at home and wait to happen.
No.
You know, it's and that's something that I struggled with a lot when I was first starting, because I had no money. I was living in a small town, so I was like desperate to reach out to these big photographers to shoot me, and that was like when Brandon Forbes shot me, it made a big difference for me. So that is definitely something that would help people, because
it also depends what your goal is. Like if you want to just have lots of followers, you could just post thirst traps all day long and take them with your iPhone.
Totally.
But like if you want to actually be published, be in Maxim, be, you know what I mean?
Get hired for brands,
of course,
and things
mainstream
like
press and stuff, then you have to kind of take a whole different path. So, and I feel like you've like figured out that formula.
It's taken a while to figure it out. It has to be like obviously kind of an even amount of like thirst traps and like other stuff. You know, you have to give variety of stuff in order for people to stay interested.
Sure. It's like the fine line of like being sexy, but like not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Classy.
Yeah, of course.
Which is good. Okay, so we're gonna get into some of the Instagram Q&A in a minute. We just have a couple more questions. How has your life changed? What do you think the biggest part of your life that has completely changed since starting the social media stuff? Just like being able to maybe travel places, or the things that you get to experience.
I don't want to sound like cringy, but being able to provide for my family and
send money back home and stuff.
It's so awesome just being able to help, and not just my family but friends, anybody that needs it. Whenever I want, I can help, and that's like so cool to me. Like I mean, I can pay for my own home now, like where my dog has a yard to run in. Like it's just, it's insane. Like if my family's in trouble, I can help them. Like it's just it's so cool, and that like having that like security is the best feeling ever.
And you said you're really close with your siblings. That's like makes me so emotional, because my little brother and sister, that's like one of the best parts for me about making money. I help them out with like their apartments and stuff, which, you know, to them it's like a huge deal, but for me it's like, like here you go guys, like are you sure?
You would feel bad if you didn't.
No, of course. And I'm like, I was never able to have that kind of stuff at their age. I think they're maybe like a year younger than you, and I'm like, so that's such a big thing to be able to just help your family.
Absolutely. And it's nice to just know that you can, you know.
Of course. Like, I got you, don't worry. So do you get noticed a lot by fans? Do people ever come up to you?
No, I mean, it actually it's happened a few times. It only happens when I'm done up though. Like because most of the time I don't leave my house unless I'm wearing sweatpants, and like you can never tell who I am. I mean, I never get done up unless I have something to do ever. I'm not that kind of person, and I avoid the public as much as I can. I never go out anywhere. So I mean, so no, it happened to me more when I lived in Hollywood for sure. It never happens to me out.
What about at the airport when you're flying or anything?
No, that's never happened to me actually.
Oh my God.
No.
That happened. The once I remember I was flying and I looked like a total slob. And the guy that was like taking everybody's passports kept looking back and forth. He was like, "Are you the girl from Instagram?" I'm like,
my God, really?
Yeah, that's me.
That's
like,
so funny.
I'm a catfish. No, I'm kidding.
Did he ask for a picture with you?
No, thank God. I think he could tell I was just like literally about to drop dead. I'm like, please just let me through, sir. If you could go back and do anything differently, maybe in the last 3, 4, 5 years, what would you change anything, or do you think everything kind of happened the way it was meant to happen?
I mean, I could say that it was all, everything that has happened was for a reason, but I'd love to also like give like an answer. Like if I could change something, what would it be? I mean, I feel like maybe I would have forced myself to stay in school, because I think it really would have changed how I view myself and how I view other people as well. Because it had like a really damaging impact on me being homeschooled and being like away from people. So it took me years after that to like build confidence and build like an ability to actually have conversations with people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I would change that, because I think I would have gotten a lot further in life in general if I just had done that.
It would have like toughened you a little bit.
Yeah, toughened me, exactly, for sure.
Comfortable in public.
Definitely.
Got it. Oh, that's so interesting. What is your favorite part about your job?
Well, I've always loved posting photos of myself, obviously. That's like the selfish part of it.
Yeah.
That's like the vain part.
Right.
But there's other parts of it. Like I started YouTube and Twitch a while ago. Okay. And those were such a game changer for me, because I actually really got to know a lot of my followers really well. And now we DM each other every day and we're like friends, you know? And it's like, I never could have done that just like posting pictures of myself without kind of finding another way to connect. Exactly. So I've loved having the ability to connect with people.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And I feel like that's so important too, to really connect and nurture your pre-existing audience, because everyone's always like at the race for, I want this number and I want this number, but it's more important to really like kind of appreciate your existing fan base.
Yes.
And you know, like you're so personal with them, they probably love that.
And it's crazy how many of them I didn't know until like I started talking to them, that a lot of these people followed me when I was still living in Connecticut and had like 50,000 followers, you know? So it's just like they've been with me from the beginning. Yeah.
Those are the best kind too, because they support everything you do.
They do. I mean, some of them have like made me costumes and stuff, like made me stuff and sent it to me. It's so awesome.
Isn't that crazy? Because you don't even realize these people, like you might affect their lives in ways you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like you may be sharing a story about
so cool.
your homeschooling and how it affected you. Somebody else might be going through that and they're like, oh my God, Emma's my idol. And like, you know, how big she is now.
And something I truly care about is mental health. It's like a really big deal to me. So I love that I have a platform that I can share it on and like let people know that.
Do you speak about it a lot on your socials?
As much as I can. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I have like a little highlight that's mental health highlight, and I, like all my stories about like mental health, I add it into that highlight. But yeah, I just like anytime there's a holiday too, I like to post like that there's these resources you can go to. You're not alone, because holidays are like the hardest time for some people.
Some people don't realize it, but it's like so
yeah.
They don't have any support.
I've had years, like certain years where I'm alone on holidays, and it's like the saddest thing ever.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So what is next for Emma? What's like your next phase? What do you have planned in the future?
So, my next phase is acting. And acting has been a passion of mine my entire life. But it's not something that I ever really thought that I could. It was always something that I was like, oh, that would be cool. You know, that would be cool. But I never really thought I was good enough to do it ever until these last 2 years. Like, I've really just finally gotten the confidence to do it and been taking classes. And I've booked 3 movies so far. And I have an interview tomorrow for another one, so I'm very excited.
No way.
But yeah, acting is my biggest passion. And something that I want to make like a really big part of my career. So acting is really big. PlayBoy, they're coming up with their own lingerie brand, so they need models for it. So that's cool.
That's amazing. And maybe you could even do like your own collection.
Right?
With them.
That's a possibility.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's like my big focus right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we're gonna transition into some of the questions that I pulled from the social media stuff.
Sweet.
And the first one that I picked actually has to do with acting. So what would your dream role be to land? First acting and then maybe like a modeling gig, but let's talk about the acting first.
Okay. Well, I love drama. I'm definitely, that's my go-to for acting. I'm terrible at making people laugh, but I'm great at making people cry. It's true.
I feel like you're funny. I could tell you're like naturally funny. Without trying.
But if I could like choose a role, I don't know. Have you watched like Handmaid's Tale?
I haven't. I'm like one of the only people who hasn't.
I mean, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
That's for sure. It's disturbing. But what's her name? Margaret. I'm trying to think of
The lead?
Yeah,
girl?
the lead.
I know who you're talking about.
The lead. She's effing phenomenal. And she was also in like Mad Men, and she was so good in that. But her performance in that, it's something that sticks with you your whole life. And I would love to have something that would stick with people and something that they wouldn't forget.
That you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, definitely. That would make them like leave the movie just thinking like, wow,
holy shit.
Yeah.
So building off that, if you were going to pick one actress to portray you in a movie about you, would you pick her? Or would you pick somebody else that maybe you think is like more similar to you? Who would be?
I don't even know.
Fast forward 5 years from now.
Oh my God.
Say that they're making a movie about Emma.
I would love to have Florence Pugh play me.
Yes.
I absolutely love her.
She's like the it girl right now,
She's
too.
Amazing. She's another like person that I look up to for acting for sure. She's amazing.
Incredible. Yeah. I love that. And what would your dream gig be maybe for modeling? Like any kind of brand you would love to work with, like Skims, Good American, just I'm thinking of like well-known ones, but there's probably a million more.
Yeah, I'd love to work for Skims. Yeah. Like, I mean, I actually love Skims because I have such a hard time finding things in my size. It's
because you're so petite.
I'm so small, and some girls hate when I say things like that, and I don't mean it in like a I'm so small.
She's like, I'm so small, but I'm curvy.
I'm so small.
But my waist is too small.
What I mean is I'm insanely short and like miniature.
Yeah.
So it's so hard for me to find things that fit me, especially like bottoms. I'm like a 00, and it's like nothing has that ever. Yeah. So, but Skims, they have like extra small to like extra large. Yes. It's like it's so cool and inclusive.
Size inclusive. Yeah,
I love everything. That. So I feel like I'd love to model for brands that have inclusivity like that.
For sure, I could see you in Skims.
Yeah, because also Skims, like they have a very wide variety of models too. Yeah, different sizes and shapes. And
Kim K, where you at? We have
Kim. You're missing hire us both.
Do you have any habits that you wish you could get rid of?
Oh my God, we were just talking about this one earlier, but lip biting is one. I think it's a serious problem. I watched a video about it the other day. People who bite their nails or bite their lips, pick at things. It's like, it's a serious issue that you could like do forever.
I used to do it to my eyebrows. I had no eyebrows.
Really?
When I was in high school, I'd be like plucking my eyebrows out.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's
like a nervous, or it's like
I don't want to say it's an OCD thing because I don't think I have like full-blown OCD. I don't want to like say that either, but it's definitely something that I don't even know I'm doing.
Like a subconscious,
it's so weird. But I wish I could. My biggest thing that I wish I could change aside from that, because that one's pretty like physical, like. But I'm a procrastinator, and not to like throw my family under the bus, but my whole family are procrastinators. All of them. And I grew up just waiting till the last minute to get things done, you know, and
it kind of rubbed off on you a little bit too much.
And I wish that when I had something to do, I'd just do it right then and there, you know, because it would just make everything so much better. But that's one thing I have been trying to change it, but it's like a work in progress.
It's like a daily, like you have to like literally kind of kick yourself in the ass because nobody's going to do it besides you.
Definitely.
Would you ever date, so you mentioned how your boyfriend has been super supportive and he's actually the one who encouraged you to start your OnlyFans account. Mm-hmm. On the flip side, pretend that you're single. We know that you're happily committed, but would you ever date a guy who had an OnlyFans, like he was the content creator on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh, you would?
I would. Not that my boyfriend out of the picture, but he does have an OnlyFans, or he actually recently deleted it. But he had one for a while because I tried to convince him to make one.
Okay.
But like if I had never met him, then I think that I would. The problem is I trust him so much. Yeah. So if I just met somebody who has one and I don't know them, I think I would. It's not that I wouldn't date them, but it would take me a moment to get to know them, get to know who they are. Because obviously I wouldn't want someone to not date me because I have an OnlyFans, you know? So it's like, it's kind of hypocritical, but I would just love to know who they are as a person. Like if they're the type that is like crazy in the real world, you know, but like, you know.
Yeah.
But like because I'm so different than what I post on the internet. I know I've listened to some people talk about how you are what you post, you know, completely. And I don't think that's true at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely give them a chance and just see like if they're a trustworthy person or not, you know.
Yeah, because some people see that stuff as like totally just business.
Yeah.
Where some people maybe are using it, I don't know, to get like, I have no idea.
I think, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of what other reason it's used for than business, you know, like. Yeah, I don't know.
Finding like dates on there. I don't know if people like do that.
I think it would be different if like OnlyFans is fine. It would be different if like the guy was making like full blown
Yes.
PORN. I don't know if I could say that on here.
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
You're so cute. PORN.
Hey, YouTube these days.
Oh, I know.
They're
No, we could
crazy.
say porn, right?
Yeah, we just bleep everything.
Yeah, we bleep everything.
Okay, cool.
But yeah.
Sweet.
So how do you stay consistent with content creation on all your channels? Because you mentioned that you do YouTube and you do Twitch.
Yeah.
So do you have like an order of like, okay, this is my checklist to do every week?
Oh yeah, so I have an order. What I really need to make a schedule. I do have an order of like what's most important to least important, you know. So I need to put the most work into this first, then this, then this. You know, YouTube and Twitch are like my side hobbies. Like I wanted to make them big deals, but then I realized I was putting more effort into those than I was into the things that were actually benefiting me. Yeah. Which is sad because I have such a connection with these people. So I really want to like be more consistent with that. But it's hard. One of the hard things, I'm so blessed to be my own boss. But one of the hard things about being your own boss is making yourself
accountable.
Do it. Yeah, accountable. Do it this day, this
Yep.
time, you know. It's
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And especially like you said, because there's been so many times where I'm like, oh my God, I would love to start a YouTube channel and I really want to start doing TikTok videos. And then I'm like, okay, be realistic. Like, what do you need to do right now that you can monetize? It's not something that you have to build for 18 months to begin seeing, you know, numbers come in. And it's hard. Because
it is hard, yeah.
It sounds dumb to be like, oh, it's hard, because most people would love this kind of freedom to have this kind of life.
It's hard, like, emotionally, because you're so want to do these other things, you know, but you just know that it's more important to do these things. So
you can't spread yourself too thin, and you kind of just need to, like you said, make a list of like what's the most important and just prioritize.
Definitely.
Prioritize. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you
I'm
said
like,
it.
Prioritize. I'm trying to sound all smart, and I'm like stuttering. Okay, so again, a lot of these have to do with like what you look for in a guy. We know you have a boyfriend, but everyone wants to know, do you have any things, like what would be 3 things that would be deal breakers? What would be things that you're like, oh my God, hell no, I'm never seeing this guy again?
I really hate a lack of communication. When somebody would rather just not talk and kind of just let things, like, we'll like not talk about it at all and just everything will be fine, you know? I like when somebody has something on their mind, they talk about it and not just avoid conversations. What else? I mean, honesty is a huge thing.
Yes.
If you even lie about something small, I'm never really going to trust you about anything. Like,
for sure.
Yeah. So honesty, communication are like the biggest things for me. If you don't have those, that's like
nothing.
That's a deal breaker for sure.
If you were stranded on a desert island with Kanye West, what 3 things would you want to have with you? Besides maybe earplugs. No, I'm just kidding.
The first thing I was going to say is earplugs. Headphones of some kind. Yes. So I can like listen to something
else.
Something instead of him talking, because you know he's going to talk a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so yeah, I would bring
noise canceling
drugs, love. Like I would bring anything that could make me feel like I wasn't there. Yeah. Man, I don't even know. I would bring headphones. I would bring a machete.
An eye mask so you couldn't see him.
I would bring, what was something that would piss him off, man? I don't even know.
A Drake mixtape. Doesn't he hate
I'll
Drake?
just wear a Drake costume.
Pete Davidson's best films. What about that?
Yes.
Like a lineup.
Yes. A picture of Pete Davidson laying in Kim's bed. Like, let's just get a big poster of that.
like just a photo of the tattoo that Pete Davidson has that says "My girl is a lawyer."
Oh my god!
Just get like a T-shirt with that tattoo on it.
Oh god.
Okay, so when you are going to a shoot, what are like your go-to products, or what's like your prep? Do you like cut down on certain things, get a spray tan? Like, walk us through that.
I love fake tanning, man, and it's apparently, I don't want to be like politically incorrect or anything. Apparently, these days it's not good to get fake tans.
Are you talking about a spray tan or in the tanning booth? Like the
either
light?
one. Just apparently tanning your body means that you are appropriating or something. But that's what a lot of people have been telling me, which people have been fake tanning since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I personally love fake tanning. I think that it's awesome.
For sure.
But yeah, I always tan first. Something else, I always do my own makeup. Always.
Got it.
Unless it's like a hired job where they literally, I have a makeup artist that they, yeah. But if I can, I always do my own makeup.
What about your own hair?
I'll do it, but I prefer to get it done. Hair is one thing that it's like so much work because I have extensions, so it's just a lot to do, and it takes like almost more than an hour to do it sometimes. But yeah, I love doing my own makeup. Love spray tanning. Love getting my nails done.
Did you ever cut out like certain like food?
Oh my god, no. So I used to. It's so funny because I used to do this. Like I remember I would watch Gossip Girl, and what was her?
Blake Lively or the other one?
The other one, Leighton Meester. She would say like she had like a photo shoot the next day. You're not supposed to eat 12 hours before a photo shoot. Blah blah blah. And so I literally lived by that. I was like, I will not eat like the whole day before my photo shoot. I won't even drink anything until then. And now I'll stuff my face before a shoot. I don't even care.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have like a go-to place that you love to go after a shoot?
Oh, after a shoot is the best time to eat.
I know.
Literally.
In-N-Out Burger is always mine.
In-N-Out Burger. I tried to get In-N-Out last night, but it was too busy.
Oh, I know. There's always such a line.
You have to go at like a certain time where there's like nobody there.
Which one did you go to?
I went by one near my place, so it was out near, is in more Southern California, but
yeah, no matter which one you go to, there's always
no matter
like
which one, it doesn't matter.
A mile of cars just outside.
It's crazy.
But it's so worth it, isn't it?
It's so oh my god, the best photo shoot food.
Did you have any crazy OnlyFans collab stories with like maybe another model or?
Actually, no, not really. I've only done one OnlyFans collab, and Jordan would laugh at this story because we were out of this like house and we were all shooting there.
Okay.
And I guess the owner of the house, his wife was really mad that we were all like shooting there and like with not many clothes on. Even though like we rented the house and everything and it was supposed to be fine. So she ended up like asking me to leave and
what? Oh my god.
And I left, but yeah, that was my only collab ever. I just took some photos and a video with Elizabeth Sachs. She's awesome. And then I got asked to leave.
That's rude. Oh my god.
It was funny though. It was funny. She was just very, I guess the husband didn't let her know that there was going to be a bunch of models
so she
there.
Had, like no idea.
Yeah. So she was very like, what are all these naked girls doing in my house?
Remember we asked Lauren and Julia this? We're like, if you had to describe your job to people in like the Stone Age, how would you describe it? I forget how they answered it.
I even have a hard time explaining it these days sometimes. Oh my god, I guess I would say, oh my god, because they wouldn't even know what the internet is.
I know. That's like you have to break it down.
So there's a thing. It's like magical that everybody can see all at once. Like anytime they want, they can all see it and they can all share whatever they want. I realized my mic was like going far away. They can all share whatever they want on this magical thing that everybody can see. And I chose to share my naked body. and people love it. So I'm just kidding.
And they pay money to see it too.
But that's how I would explain it.
Yeah.
And they would be like,
what? Scandalous.
Yeah.
But that sums it up pretty well.
Yeah. I'd say so.
Okay, I like that. Let me see. Okay, so we're gonna get into some juicy sex questions, guys. So, where's the craziest place that you ever had sex?
A plane.
Oh my god, I've actually never done that.
I almost got arrested.
Wait, did they hear you?
Well, they saw me go in there with someone, and they waited until I came out.
You weren't scared?
I was excited.
Was this recently?
No, this was like a long time ago.
So before you were like known? Like,
oh, this was like I don't even know if I was 18 yet.
oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. I literally
Oh my god.
yeah. So, yeah, I almost got arrested for that, but
okay. What? Let me see. What are your biggest turn-ons during sex?
During sex.
Yeah.
Foreplay.
Got it.
So I think it's like, and this is something like me and my boyfriend have talked about too, like that we can't just skip right into it. You know, we need to move into it slowly.
Got
like
it.
sometimes I love kissing. I'm a kisser. Like if we kiss for a while, I'll get in the mood.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm not just
Quickie.
like let's just stick it and get it over with. So yeah, lots of foreplay, lots of like petting and
Petting?
Yeah.
How long have you been with your boyfriend now?
3.5 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. How many times a week do you guys have sex?
At least every other day.
Okay.
Like
still
when
good.
when we first met, it was every day.
Okay.
And now it's like every other day. And it's so funny because people will like message me and be like, "How many times a day does your boyfriend have sex with you?" And I like show him the message. He's like, "Dude, how many times a day do you think I can?" Like, I mean, I've been with her for 3 years. You think I have sex with her like 5 times a day every day? Like,
I know,
oh my
he's not
God.
like a machine. What piece of clothing do you feel sexiest in? Like lingerie?
Sexy. Definitely not lingerie.
Your boyfriend's
Definitely,
like, shirt?
I'd say probably honestly a big t-shirt.
Got
I'm
it.
not even a big t-shirt, but something I'd like something that's form-fitting and something that's very like kind of pajama-ish,
Got it.
but you can almost like see through it. Like that's what I would feel sexiest in. Really like thin material, but
like
comfortable.
sheer almost.
Yeah,
But like,
but comfortable.
Got it.
I hate full lingerie. Like
Yeah.
it's great for a photo shoot, but
nothing else.
it's not comfortable, you know. It's
No.
not. I don't feel super sexy in it. Like
you
I
can't
don't
even move in it.
Yeah, exactly. Something I can move in. I feel sexy
Got
in.
it.
Maybe even like a bodysuit of some kind. Like
Yeah, like a sheer body
Yes,
kind of. Those are always
yes.
super, super
Mhm.
hot. Okay. What is your favorite position?
I tried to explain this on my OnlyFans live once, and I don't know what the name of it is, but
Is it you on top?
no, it's like me like at the end of the bed on my stomach with my legs in the air.
Got it.
So it's
Like a wheelbarrow position?
it's like a wheelbarrow. Yeah, like I'm on my stomach like a wheelbarrow. Yeah,
You're on your stomach, and then your legs are
up in the air.
behind you?
Yeah, it's a difficult position. So he's standing at the edge of the bed.
Got
I'm
it.
laying on it.
Then
I'm not facing him. I'm on my stomach. Yeah, and he just takes my legs and puts them up. It's
So
like
a wheelbarrow.
like a wheelbarrow. Yeah, the next day it can hurt your back a little bit, but in the moment it feels
Do you have
great.
to go to like the chiropractor or anything the day after? No. You're
That's
good.
what he's for.
What is your least favorite position?
Maybe just missionary. Not because I don't like it, but if I've ever felt pain, it's in that position.
Really?
Yeah, and
Not in the wheelbarrow one?
not in the wheelbarrow one, but literal like internal pain. Like
Got it.
I'm a very small person, so like,
Yeah.
and my boyfriend's a very big person.
Got
so.
it. I think we know what you mean.
So the combo can get dangerous.
Okay, got it. Do you have like a kind of like a sex playlist? I feel like everyone has like a sex playlist that you put on. I always have like the
don't.
weekend, like
I
old
don't.
school.
I like pure sounds that we make. No, I'm just kidding.
Not even like any background noise on, just like
Oh, I'm trying to think. I've almost never had sex to music.
Why?
Rarely.
Oh my God.
Yeah, probably honestly some rock. I would have sex to some rock, but that's me. I'm like a huge classic rock kind of person. So
okay, have you ever been into like? Would you ever do threesomes in your relationship or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Same.
Just because I think either way it would go, an extra girl or an extra guy, it would just create problems. Like
1,000,000%.
It would just create some kind of like, even if I knew that he didn't want to be in a relationship or something with this other person, I'll always have a reason in the back of my mind of why he wanted to do that. And if there was something maybe I'm missing that he's missing, like that, I don't know.
For sure.
So, and I think
you'll always have that image in your head of that like going
always.
down.
And I know that it would be the same way if it was the other way around. It would be exactly the same.
And then I also feel like I know people who've done this, not me, but like once the threesome happens in a relationship, I feel like it's kind of like a slippery slope. Like it opens up the things where like everybody's sometimes tempted with other things. And like normally you would be like, no, like, you know, I have a boyfriend, but maybe because you saw him engaging in a threesome with another girl, then when you're tempted by like a guy out with your friends, you're like, you know what, like
totally.
And then it kind of just opens up the floodgates.
It does. It really does. It makes you all of a sudden feel like, well, is it so bad if I do this? Is it so bad? Yeah, I don't, that sucks. I hate that.
Yeah, it's like either black or white area when it comes to that.
I swear I saw a movie or show once where that happened, and like they had a threesome, and then all of a sudden it like ruined their relationship. I think, I can't remember. It was Mad Men, I think.
Yeah. I feel like you have to kind of be swingers from the beginning or not.
Yes.
You know, don't start off as like monogamous and then explore that. It's
definitely.
Not a good idea. What size are your boobs?
So, apparently they are a D.
Okay.
But like
they look bigger.
Really? I fit into a C a lot, actually.
Maybe because
like
your frame is so small.
That's true. You know, actually, when I got them done, I wanted to go bigger, and my doctor was like, "No."
What size implants do you have?
I have. I don't even remember how many cc's they are. They're like 300.
Mine are 520.
Oh my, yeah. I think mine are like 300 or
Got
something.
it.
Yeah, and I wanted to go bigger, and he was just like, "You're so small. It's gonna look weird
on your body. That looks like, you know."
Yeah, he's like, "You still want to look proportional and everything.
Yeah,
you don't want to be top heavy."
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we're getting into the speed round, and we're gonna keep things juicy and sexy. So you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the most amount of times that you've had sex in one day?
4.
4. Are you in the Mile High Club?
Yes.
Have you ever had sex in a car?
Yes.
Have you ever had sex in an Uber?
No.
Really?
No.
I didn't know.
Really? Oh my God.
I'll tell you about it later. Do you prefer giving or receiving?
Giving.
Okay. Do you watch porn?
No.
Ever?
No. I watched, my friends showed me one like when I was like 14, and that's it. Yeah.
Oh my God. So what do you do? What do you watch when you like?
I have an image in my head, and I have somebody in my head that I'm imagining pounding me, and that's
weird.
I'm just so romantic. I literally just have fantasies about the people I love, and
oh my God, that's so weird. Do you have any fetishes?
I don't know about fetishes, but I love veins. Like, I'm a big vein girl. My boyfriend has very veiny arms, and they're very attractive to me. I don't know why.
Okay.
Bulgy veins are very attractive to me.
Do you think it's like kind of like a masculine
Yes,
thing?
but I think it's masculine. Apparently,
do you like to be like dominated?
I do.
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
Yeah. I definitely like to be more submissive, I'd say, in sex, probably most of the time.
Yeah.
It depends.
Same,
You know, there might be like one day of the year that I'm just like, you know what? It's my turn.
Get down.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool. Veins. So how do you incorporate that into your sex life? Are you like,
I just
flex those forearms?
Like, I mean, they're popping all the time. Like, and then especially when we're having sex, they just bulge out.
And that like turns you on.
Yeah.
To see like the, what's it called? Like striations?
Is that what it's called?
Like it's like when a man is like very like cut. Yeah, I guess that is hot. Yeah. It's like kind of the whole like.
Not that I like
to be like.
Yeah, I don't like bodybuilder look either, but I do love like a very
Like a man who just handles the shit. Yeah. Okay, I like that too. Are you a fan of sex toys?
Yeah. Vibrators are cool.
Got it. Do you ever use any, what are they called? Never mind.
I need to know.
No, I was going to say something else. Okay. What is like the craziest sex toy you've ever used? Just vibrators?
This one's not crazy, but we have a massage gun that I use like all the time.
Oh my god, it's not that huge.
It's huge.
Machine? Machine?
Well, no. It's like a gun, like a.
Got it. It's like the magic wand.
It's like it's huge. It's like it's like this big, and like it has a huge handle on it, and it goes like so fast.
Like they use it on people who have like sports injuries.
Yeah, we massage.
It's like a jackhammer,
yes,
like in the street.
Yes, it's like a jackhammer. Yeah.
I have this sex toy that I used. I call it the unicorn. Okay. So basically, it's a face dildo that you put on your boyfriend, and then you get on top of it and sit on it and ride it. So it like you strap it onto his head, and then you climb onto it, and then you ride it, and then you basically finish on his face, and then when you're done, you're like you've just been unicorned.
What?
Yeah, I'll send you the link. No, I'm kidding.
I'm missing out.
I know, you gotta go to Hustler, Hollywood.
What? I didn't know that was a thing. Oh my God.
Is that too much, Mackenzie? Are you sure? Okay. Okay, let's see. If you could have sex with one celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be?
They have to be like super famous, or it doesn't really matter?
I don't think it matters. Not the girl from Handmaid's Is that who you were going to say? With the red bonnet on? No.
No.
Her veins showing.
Maybe John Hamm. I have a huge obsession with Mad Men, and
he's sexy.
Yeah, not only is he attractive, but he's very talented, and I find that very attractive. But probably John Hamm, or maybe Evan Peters. I love Evan Peters. So.
Yeah, John Hamm's a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like some people have like that sex appeal too.
Oh yeah.
There's levels of attractiveness.
Totally.
But sometimes you could just look at somebody and be like, they could definitely fuck good.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
John Hamm has that.
Mm-hmm. He's got that BDE energy.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
As Kim K would say.
Okay, I think that's it. Did we cover everything? That was amazing. I will say this on record. That was by far my favorite. I mean, I love all my guests, but this was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yay!
You're just so you're so much more than meets the eye.
Oh, thank you. This is so fun.
Oh my God,
I had a really good time. We have to hang out again.
You need to have your own podcast, and then I'll be a guest.
Oh my God!
And we could just film it here.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Okay, guys. So we had the most fun today ever. This interview was going to be so good. It was so good. And tell everybody where they can find you, all of your handles, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff.
My Instagram is Emma Kotos, and honestly, there you can find everything. I have a little link with all my different things on it.
Make sure it's your right, like how many?
Oh yeah, it's EMMAKOTOS.
Because there's probably a ton of
catfish. There's tons.
Yeah.
There's like so many people thought I was this girl named Anastasia for the longest time because there's an account with all my photos and they have hundreds of thousands of followers.
These people are just scamming people left and right with our photos. Like iTunes gift cards.
It's crazy.
There's like $1 billion empire in this like catfish thing. And then on Twitch, you have Twitch?
I do have Twitch. Yeah, you can find, so on my Instagram, there's a little snip feed link. It has my YouTube, my Twitch, my OnlyFans, my, did I ever say YouTube? Yeah,
everything.
It has everything. Yeah,
perfect.
Everything.
And then do you have any special projects coming up for the holidays? Do you have any travel plans or anything that we could look forward to? Or you're just like super busy just shooting a bunch of stuff?
Lots of PlayBoy content coming. Lots, like tons of PlayBoy content. I feel like
you're
content.
getting like really, really in with them, which is amazing.
It's so fun. It's because I'm a huge fan of the early 2000s. So I was like, I've always wanted to be in the world of Playboy.
Like so your vibe too.
So
You're
it's
perfect.
exciting acting stuff, but even though like most of the acting stuff won't be like coming out until like a while from now. So, but yeah.
Watch out, guys, on the big screen, coming to a TV near you. Thanks so much again for
Thank
coming.
you.
I had the best time.
Thank you. I had
we need
so
to hang
much
out,
fun.
Like, all the time whenever you're
please.
in. And you guys stay tuned. We'll see you next time on Air. Bye.